Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list, where ideally we try to find some of the hottest stocks to play every day. So if you haven't joined us before, thank you once again for tuning into my channel. If you guys do see value in the videos, always please give me a like and a subscribe and a share to anyone you think this video has value for. So Mr. Cornut, Cooley, Bogdan, Laura, good morning. Some of the most familiar faces. Appreciate you guys always joining in. I really do. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna wait a couple seconds here, let some more people get in, and then we'll start running through it. Watch CNET, already got that one down. So Bogdan, I know you're on the right track. Just by you saying watch CNET, I know that your eyes are in the right place this morning already. So that's good. You must have had your coffee, maybe a little bit of eggs and bakey. You have some eggs and bakey. Top of the day, Governor. Top of the day to you, Governor. Boiler room trading right now is only $15 a month. So at $15 a month, it's almost a no-brainer because you cannot find any other trading community course, live trader room, stock scanners, mentoring. You just can't find it on the market. Everybody else who does this inflates their prices and sells you on some crazy, ridiculous program, which sure, it has a lot of value, but I don't necessarily think $3,000 for trading education is, but it's arguable. It's arguable because people spend $25,000 a year to go to college and get an education. But then when it comes to trying to trade, and who knows? But AKER $15 is kind of a steal. And I don't want to put this out too early and get everyone all excited. But right now, I am currently working with and/or in the process of talking to TD Ameritrade, where we can get all the commissions for option trading and for equity trading lowered for all of our members. The idea, now again, this is still early and I'm shooting ideas out there, but the idea is that by my community being as big as it is, our chat room being as big as it is, that we will be able to get a really low commission cost. Therefore, you'll actually save money. You'll save more money a month just by being enrolled into our course if you're someone who uses TD Ameritrade. So get rid of Hulu. It's only $4 a month. Exactly, right? So think about that. Think about what Laura just said. $10,000 for a 4-hour class. That's just ridiculous, okay? It's super ridiculous. So no, not gone back to old pricing right now. We're just doing a 50% off sale, which is an early bird coupon to a new section that we're unrolling into the course. So it's just a coupon right now. I think the coupon is, maybe it isn't down below. But either way, I'll post the coupon for a sale in the description of the box after the video, so if you want to come back. But if you don't, it's penny stock 15. All right, we got to get going. We're going to look at all the basic penny stocks. So for one, we're going to look at HMNY, CNET. We might talk about DPW, but probably not because it's pretty fluffy. Netflix, and then BLCM for right now. And then, of course, you guys can kind of shout them out as you go or after the video towards the end. I'll let you know when to start shouting them out. What time do I buy in? I buy in, there isn't a normal time. It could be 10:30. It could be the opening bell. It just matters. There is no specific time. But technically, I usually trade the first 30 minutes, first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, right? I trade the morning. I normally trade the morning, shall I say that. All right, so let's go ahead and start sharing the screen here, guys. Not that screen, that's a different screen. What screen are we on? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. 1 second. All right. All right, guys, so here we are. All right, so the first stock I want to talk about, we might as well just talk about CNET right away because everyone's itching. They're like, oh my God, look at it, it's going crazy. It's going to be the best stock of the day, which it could be the best stock of the day or penny stock of the day, shall I say. But what you guys must realize is that this price is already super extended. Okay, well, let's start here on this daily chart, right? Look back here. Let's do this. Look back here when it went all the way to $11.09. Basically went to $12 in a day. So yeah, it could do that same move. It's very unlikely that it does that same move, but it's possible. Okay, it is possible to see it and see that same move. Let's see. Okay, so who are the guys buying now? Some of those are retail traders. Most of them are going to be retail traders. There could be some institutional trading going on there. There could be some, bigger investors moving in the stock there. There's all sorts of people trading there, right? You can trade pre-market if you like, but you can only trade pre-market when the volume is high on that particular stock. I am an all-around trader. I trade momentum, I short stocks, I do large cap stocks, I do low float stocks. Here's the thing that everyone needs to realize about penny stocks. Penny stocks are only good for so long. And then you're going to go through a phase where there's no penny stocks to trade. So if you only trade penny stocks, you basically limit yourself to the amount of money you can make and the amount of opportunity of growth there is, because penny stocks are only good. Usually you'll go through like a 1 month spurt where penny stocks are good, and there's only going to be probably 15 to 20 days out of 1 month. If it's a really good month, there's only going to be like 15 to 20 days where you can actually trade a good penny stock, whereas you can always trade a good large cap stock, something like that. So I trade it all. I do. I trade it all. Now, with that being said, either way, on track here. CNET, it's popping up this morning. Things are looking good. What you got to realize is the price is already super extended. So don't be surprised if when the bell opens, this thing just dumps, okay? Don't be surprised when it dumps, because here's the deal, right? When everyone wakes up every morning and go, holy cow, look at CNET, it's up really big. Yeah, but also look at the chart. The chart looks amazing, so everybody's watching it. Not only is the chart amazing, but the price is up super high. The price is already up this morning. How much? Price this morning is up almost 100%, 73%. That's a big move. So what about all the guys that were in here, right? What about all the guys down here that were in here and in for a couple days? What about the bag holders, okay? Because we know we have those. We have them on every single penny stock. There's always a bag holder. So what about the bag holders that bought in up here and held? What about the bag holders here? What about the bag holders here? What about the bag holders here? Right? What about the bag holders up top here? You don't think they're going to sell today? Oh, they're for sure going to sell. Those bag holders are probably itching to get out as soon as this bell rings, or they'll hold on for a little bit, hoping it goes higher, playing the hopes and dream game. But that's the deal, is that it's up really big, so you always run the risk of it dumping out immediately, right out of the gates on this, unless there's a really good setup out of the gates. What do I mean by a really good setup? If it does something like this, right, where it's like, hold on, that's kind of a bad, other way, bad example, right? Unless it does something like this out of the gates, you always run the risk of a good dump out, right? We want to see that price action trade like this, right? If it doesn't perform into some bullish pattern before market open, there's always a pretty good chance we're going to see a dump out, okay? No, you need to have real-time charts for one. I use TD Ameritrade, I use TradeNet, I use Robinhood sometimes to trade. I might be opening an Interactive Brokers account, might open an E-Trade account. I have a lot of different accounts that I trade on as of right now. I don't necessarily want 3 accounts that I can trade on, but they all kind of are for a specific purpose, so I do use them all. Okay, so that's CNET. So how do I think CNET's going to go? Well, let me look at this 180-day chart first. So if you look at the 180-day chart, you got resistance here at 528. You have resistance at $5. You'll also have resistance at 450. You're going to have, oh, my charts are working again. That's weird. Wait, that's weird. Okay, that helps. It wasn't like that before. All right, cool. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of resistance points. You're going to have one at 450, one at 5, one at 550. Then the next one would be here at 650, and every whole dollar mark thereafter at $6, et cetera, et cetera. So CNET, yeah, it's squeezing pretty hard. It's got a very strong possibility that it's going to continue up for a little bit today. Ideally, the way you're going to want to play this is either a break above the pre-market high, but you're only going to want to play a break over the pre-market high if the price action is right at the pre-market high. Or you're going to hope that it trades into an ascending triangle pattern, something like this. Or you're going to want to see that it performs into, what did I just do there? You're going to want to see that it performs into something like a bull flag before the market opens. So it does one of these and just kind of trades in a channel like that. And then this will be your entry right there. Okay, so it just depends. It needs to come into a bullish pattern or an ascending triangle pattern. All right, so there's many patterns and things that needs to do, or also run the risk of dumping out. All right, but this is on heavy watch. Almost every retail trader, every single chat room is watching the stock right now, so you should be too. Okay, on to the next one, which was HMNY. Okay, scratch that. We're not talking about HMNY. It's dumping out, so forget that. Next one we're going to talk about is Netflix, and then I'll get to some of the ones you guys are wanting to look at here in a little bit. I'm just going to briefly run through this, talk about the market, and then we're going to touch back on some of the stocks you guys would like to look at. Netflix, earnings killer. They added 2 million new subscribers to their service. Their stock soared from 300 to 333, and right now it's basically trending sideways. This is a good sign because ideally, the way that we play earnings is when they gap up, we'll tend to see them dip out before the morning and then they go up, right? And actually, let me put this on a 5-day chart. Sorry. Here we go. So we're going to look at this on like a 5-day chart. So a lot of times what you'll see with earnings is they'll come up, then they'll start dumping pre-market, or they open, they dump, and then they go higher. Because a lot of these people from here and back over there, they're going to sell here on this pop. Right, so a lot of the investors are in early, or they're in here, they sell here, or they sell here, or when the market opens, they sell and it brings it down and then it gets bought back up. All right, but what's working out nicely is so far, Netflix is basically just trading sideways. So when they trade sideways like that, they run the good chance that they're going to continue up out of the gates. So right now, I am kind of long bias on Netflix, but I'm not necessarily just going to buy it because I think it's going to go up. I'm still going to watch it because, there's still a good chance we're going to get a dump like this and then a dip buy and then it'll go. So watch for the dip buy. That's what I think is most likely going to happen on Netflix today, especially with their good earnings. Okay, now we're going to look at the market. Market is performing very well. Yeah, so the market's performing very well. We have this nice, U shape that's taking place. Ideally, you should be completely long bias on the market right now, at least short term. Short-term long bias until we get up to this resistance area, this trend line. Okay, this trend line is where we'll most likely see resistance, or we're going to see it at the next level will be probably the 275. I don't think we'll have too much trouble getting through 270. I think we should be able to get through 270 here, but the next resistance will be 275. So right now you're going to see a lot of blue chip stocks performing very well. Netflix, Facebook, let's see. Facebook's probably up. I don't know. I haven't looked at it today, actually. Who knows? So Facebook's up. Ready? Watch this. We'll run through all these. Apple's up. Nvidia's up. Tesla's actually down. Well, that's because Tesla sucks. But a lot of the blue chip stocks are up. Google's up. Amazon, all up. Market's going up. Stocks are going up. Things are trending up. All right. Keep that in mind. All right. Now let me go through some of these comments here from you guys. One second. Exactly, John. If you play these penny stocks that are already up pretty big, like out of the gates, you have to be playing a quick in and out scalp trade. Well, okay, so let's talk about AYTU. So AYTU is a low price penny stock. It's a sub penny stock. Whenever you have a penny stock that's below $1, they're sub penny stocks, they tend to not perform very well. Okay, so like AKER, right? You can see there's no volume. Well, I mean, there is, but it's really choppy, really light. AYTU, same thing, right? It's lost interest. There is no interest in it anymore, right? And now it looks like it wants to break the 50-cent level. So we would technically be wanting to sell that. It's actually in a descending triangle pattern, if you can see here, which is a bearish pattern. Okay, ready? Up, down, up, down. It'll probably go that way. Okay. When we first talked about AYTU, this is real fast. I need to clarify this so people aren't confused about what I provided. When we first mentioned AYTU, the price was right there. That was when we first mentioned AYTU, and then we bought AYTU on that day, this green day. That's when we bought it, and then this day is when we most of us sold it, right on that day. And then we sold a little bit here on this day, and maybe even a little more somewhere in that area. We did not hold it through that, did not really hold it through that, are still not holding it. Okay, what you guys have to realize is sub penny stocks, they're not even, you don't even want to call them risky. People look at a sub penny stock or a penny stock as risky when they can be equally as risky as any other stock. Any stock has risk. Sub penny stocks are not more risky than a bigger penny stock. It's just that they're less likely to succeed, so you're less likely to win. Doesn't necessarily make it more risky, just means you shouldn't hold them long term. So again, we first mentioned AYTU here, we bought it here, we sold it there, and we sold it right there. And again, it's a sub penny stock, and as you can see, volume starting to go down. So interest is slowly fading away. It doesn't mean that it can't come back. It doesn't mean that, but again, sub penny stocks are less likely to succeed long term. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I do think Netflix would sell off, a little bit of profit taking there for sure. Yep. Oh, I didn't cover DPW. I apologize. Let me take a second there to cover DPW. Okay. So DPW, again, it's been trending down. It had a nice little pop, a nice little squeeze. Now it's going through a pullback. It might actually have a pretty, it might have a good day. Again, right, we had this nice move up, followed by, a move down, and then a dip being bought up. We're starting to trend back up. We could go higher here. I mean, it's a good setup. It's really not a bad setup, right? You have the move up, you have your red day. Now you've based out. Now you're trending up. It's possible you'll have a green day. It doesn't mean it will, but it's possible. And then you'll have resistance right at 150. There's probably going to be, well, let's see, I want probably 3. If DPW reaches 150 and it performs anything like it did here on this day, there's going to be 3 to 4 million shares being sold at 150. I remember that because I was in DPW the other day, and when it hit 150, there was like 5 million shares trying to be sold on the ask. So I just immediately got out, and of course it went down. So again, DPW, yeah, maybe they have some news this morning. If you ask me, it's more fluff news than anything. DPW holding host investors webcast today. Like, okay, cool. Not really that cool. Doesn't really tell me much. So, and it's all due to Bitcoin going up as well in these recent days. Let's see. What is the chat room on Facebook? We don't have a chat room on Facebook, but we have a Facebook group where we're selling all like, educational pictures where you guys can just kind of toss ideas back and forth on Facebook. NASDAQ, the question's too complex to answer in a short question, how to scan for a squeeze. Shop, what's your opinion? Shopify, I mean, long term probably has more growth considering everything's turning to online e-commerce, but you know, it's possible. I mean, they've seen a negative effect with the tariff things. I do think the whole tariffs and taxes on imports going to hurt their stock, which it already has. But ideally, right now, technicals point to it's a buy because we're on support. So technicals point to buy right now on Shopify. Let's see. Let's see. So NASDAQ SE again, how to scan for a short squeeze is too complex. It just you wouldn't even be able to understand it. I mean, all right, to scan for a short squeeze, you're going to need most likely, I mean, I don't know how to custom, input the scan on necessarily Thinkorswim, but you probably can't even do it using Thinkorswim. You'll need to get something like Trade Ideas, a more complex scanner, so you have to pay a subscription fee per month. And then you're going to scan for unusual volume spikes, unusual volume spikes up a couple percent, high short float interest, things like that. You'll have to find a stock that has, so you'll be scanning for a high short float interest with like a volume spike of 10,000 on a 1 minute, a volume spike of 10,000 on a 5 minute. So there's a bunch of inputs you'll use, but it essentially comes down to finding a high short float interest stock. We do have a Discord, guys. So the link's in the description below for our Discord chat room and our Facebook group to join in. Let's see. Okay, so that's really, hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing here. So again, today we didn't really necessarily go over too many stocks. Again, it was more or less, it ended up in me answering a lot of your guys' questions, which is fine as well. I do want to incorporate some more things here as well. Like once a week, I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking one of your guys' questions. So you guys can always leave like any question you have, right? If you have a question about, like what's a short squeeze, how to look at float, how to look for this, how to look for that, how to do this, how to do that, leave it in the questions, or sorry, start leaving your question in the comments below. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one member's question each week, and I'm going to make a video on that specific topic, and I'll give you guys a shout out. Of course, I can't do every single question in the book. I don't know everything, but leave your questions down below, anything you have in the comment sections, and then each week I'm going to make a video of at least one of those questions, maybe two, maybe cover two, and I'll give the person a shout out, your username on YouTube, a shout out saying, hey, the question came from so-and-so. They would like me to answer what is a short squeeze. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to kind of track and look for a short squeeze kind of thing. So you can always leave the questions down below and things like that, guys. Again, I don't have, yeah, there you go. And then I also got this one. I got that one, and then I also have some that go across my chest. So yes, I am tatted up a little bit, and I do intend on getting many more. And then I also have one on my back. Yeah, I can't see that one. I'm not going to strip tease for you guys, though I know you want me to. I'm not going to. So anyways, anywho, hold on, wait. Yeah, so a lot of my videos I already have, guys, can answer a lot of these questions. I mean, honestly, if you guys are newer to my channel, you're just viewing in for the first time, I would highly suggest going through my instructional playlist video. That has a lot of content there. And I'm always putting new stuff up. So if there's something that's up that you want an answer for, that it isn't there, it'll come. I mean, guys, I run a whole online business. I day trade every single day. I have a girlfriend. I have buddies. I have golf league. Golf league is starting on Wednesday, right? I work out, try to work out like 5 times a week. So I do a lot. It's just getting to all of it when I can is the thing, right? So again, leave your questions below and I'll go through and I'll pick one of your guys' questions each week to make a video about it and give you guys a shout out as well to help answer and kind of grow the community more. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in. I got to get back to my private group essentially and start working on that stuff too. Make videos daily. Let's see. And then before you guys go out, please give me a thumbs up. It does help me greatly. I'm not lying to you. I'll be completely honest. By you taking 2 seconds to give me a thumbs up, what that does is it helps my videos get into the suggested video section on YouTube, which again, basically helps get me out there more. So I'm not going to BS you. That's what it does. By you giving me a like or a share, just basically helps me grow. So I do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. And make sure to ask a question in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to get you guys a video out probably on Thursday. I'll probably be doing them in the middle of the week. So take care. I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning.